A big hello and welcome to all the Planner Mums, Glam Mums, and all my subscribers. Hope each one of you are doing well. I'm well and hope the same for each one of you. So, today I'm coming on to you with a quick book review for the two books, Mafia, Mistress, and Mafia, Darling by Mila Finelli. So, I've been reading these two. I just got it done yesterday. And then this is the first, second, and the last book. But the third book is something also that I'm going through, which is the Mafia Madman. So I've started reading this already. So let's talk about this one first. Yeah, so let's talk about the Mafia. uh, this book I would be going, this is the last book of the story, so they are all not connected. You can read them separately, but this is more of like, these two is the story of one lady. Her name is Francisca. There are three sisters. So Francisca, this is her story. This is, I think, Emma. There are twins, Emma, and the Mafia Madman, which I'm reading right now, is a story between, I'll talk about it more, but it is a story of Mia. All right, that's also one of the twins. So these are three sisters, and in the middle they have two more romance books. I think, but those two are gay romances. And though I love the characters, I'm not much keen on reading gay romances because I'm straight. That's why, and I would not really enjoy reading something like that. However, they are two nice. It's one of my favorite characters in the first two books. One romance is of his, so I'm excited and happy for him. So let's see, maybe I will read. I have not read King of Fury still by Rina Kent, so I'm not sure when I would be reading. When I read that, after that, I'll definitely want to indulge in reading a gay romance, but that's not my cup of tea at the moment. So I love the normal romances here. So let's begin with Mafia Mistress and Mafia Darling. These are the two books. So first is Mafia Mistress, is the story between Fausto and Francisca. So Fausto is supposed to be this is a spoiler-free video, so if you guys have not been following me, I put a lot of dark romance reviews. I used to put it in my Instagram, but now I think I'll just put it in my YouTube channel because I can talk a little bit more about my love for this. Do let me know if you want to see my face while I talk about these books, or if this is okay for you. All right, however, I should say ciao and ciao Bella. I've been hearing a lot in this book, a lot of, it's about Italian mafia. So Fausto is the guy hero's name. He's Italian mafia. These stories are very different from many I have read. That's why I've been having a reading slump from the time I finished Gabrielle Sands, the whole series. I loved her series. I read 6 of her books in 3 weeks, being a full-time mom, and I've already shared the reviews from the whole mafia world. So I started looking for good mafia romances, and honestly, I was not finding something that I could really share and talk about. So finally, I found something. So definitely, I wanted to post about it. If you're looking for a nice romance novel, romance book, I would highly recommend you go for this author as well. She has the Mafia Mistress, Mafia Darling, Mafia Madman, this Mafia Target, and then is the Mafia Virgin, and then I think there is one more. I'm not sure, but I would be reading these three and the Mafia Virgin. So this story is about Fausto. He is supposed to be a very big thing in Italian mafia. All right, and the Francisca, she is the daughter of one of the Canadian mafia. All right, so now Fausto, he needs a bride for his son. All right, his son, he is not very old, he's in his 40s, and his son is 18, and Mia is around, she just turned 18. All right, Mia, I keep saying Francisca is just 18. All right, so, and he's 40, so there is a big age gap in it, and he comes looking for her. He kidnaps her and takes her to get her married to him. All right, however, that doesn't work out, and he's always attracted to her, and the son and Mia also don't get along. I mean, they get along very well as friends, but they have no feelings for each other. I will not spoil because one of the book is all about another character. So however, this is so you can understand the chemistry. First time, I never thought when I got into the book I'll really like it that much, but oh my god, on the first night I remember I read 50% of the book, so it was that good. It really amazing plot. The first two books are about these two characters only. So then like she's very rebellious and he's a typical old school mafia, and he bends her. Finally he decides that he's not going to let her son marry. He will not marry her, he'll keep her as his mistress. So and she things like being a mistress, at least she doesn't want to marry a mafia man, so in few years she can just leave him, he'll get bored of her or whatever happens. So finally she agrees, and agrees to disagree, I would say. And then a lot of things happen, and then you will meet, there is a character called Enzo. You'll meet him in that book. He is in this book. Not only you will find these characters, you'll find a lot of plot as well, because something happens to her. You will see the mafia, they'll be taking the prisoners to the dungeon. It's not gory, again, it does have violence, but not at all bloody and gory. I can't take it, so it's pretty good for anybody can read. There's a lot of romance, there's a lot of smart, lot of sex, lot. Some of it I had to really, I had not read any books with so much like pages or chapters about it. For me a little bit is okay, but too much for me, I what do you call, scan it and move on to the next pages. I flip it because I'm not that much interested in, I like the angst and I like the banter more in romance novels, and a little bit of sex is okay, but not in this. You'll find a lot, both the books. All right, so in the first book this is all happens. The second book, something happens to Francisca. She gets kidnapped by somebody. All right, I'll not name the character because it will spoil the fun for you for the coming books and everything. So he kidnaps this lady. The one of the characters kidnaps her, and now Foster, in the first book there was a big cliffhanger. He tells her he hates her, he doesn't want her to be with him, and he tells her, like, just go away, you'll no more be my, like, you're dead to me. He says something like that to her, and then this girl gets kidnapped, and then of course he realizes what a worst thing he has done, and he tries to win her back. He does everything so he can have her back to him, and helps finds the kidnapper and tries to again woo her. So all that will happen. Of course the first book for me is a total 5 star, but the second book will be a 4 star. But it is a good story, and if you're looking for a nice mafia romance, I highly recommend. I'm excited for the third book. I will not tell you it's about whom. I'll talk to you when I read that book. So because if you come to get the review of this book, I don't want to talk about the other book yet. I already started it. It was so I'm curious about one of the characters, and it's really something I would not have thought that they will have. This is the best thing about Mia's books. I think these are characters I would never think I mean, of course you've seen a lot of daddy romances and all, like, the guy I've not read before. There might be, I've seen many people, but this is done in a very right manner. And if she's around, of course he's going to be 38, he's 40 or something like that, and she is 18. So of course there's a big 22 years difference. But don't let that put you off. Mostly that something will put me off. 10 years, 14 years, I can take it. Beyond that, it becomes little difficult to digest. But when you read this book, trust me, you will not feel it. So try these two books, and then the next book I'll talk about it once I've read it. And if you have read the book, please leave in the comments. If you like to know more of such books, romance, dark romances, do keep following me in my Instagram as well, and in my YouTube. But more in YouTube, mostly I'll post all about these books. In Insta I'll put some, because it's difficult to put dark romances a lot, because mine is a lifestyle channel as well, and I post a lot about my daughter and my life as well. So I want to, though dark romances is my cup of tea, I love reading them, but I started reading them only this year, so I've not read so many. I've just read few of Rina Ken's, quite many of Rina Ken's, and then Gabrielle Sands, all her book, and I'm looking forward and pre-ordered the next for next year as well. And Mia Finelli, I think her books also I'll be reading, and this is all in Kindle Unlimited. All right, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Take care, stay blessed.